Hello, this is Dr. Eric Bricker, and thank you for watching AHealthcareZ. Today's topic is the story of Cigna PR executive Whistleblower. And the name of this whistleblower is Wendell Potter. Now, many of you have probably already heard of him before, but if you haven't and you work in healthcare or health insurance, you have to know who Wendell Potter is. Now, he used to be in PR, first at Humana, then he was the head of corporate communications and PR at Cigna until he left in 2007. So this is a while ago, it's 13 years ago. Now, why is he so famous? Well, he revealed as a whistleblower after he left Cigna a lot of things about the practices of health insurance companies and their PR. So for example, he announced that AHIP, Americans Health Insurance Plan, in other words, the lobby group for health insurance companies in America, they gave cherry-picked data about the Canadian healthcare system to make it look particularly bad during the political debates during Obamacare and before that. He also revealed that the entire language of quote-unquote death panels that was used in, whether it be Congress or the Senate, etc., those were PR talking points that were given to them by the health insurance PR machine. Okay, well that may or may not be surprising to folks, but he came out and said it. Now, why did he make this change? It's a fascinating story. So, he is from East Tennessee, from the Knoxville area. He went back home where he saw, not on purpose, but he happened to see a health expedition at their local fairgrounds where they set up all these clinics and all this free care for people to come who didn't have any health insurance, didn't have any money. And so they used the fairgrounds. He saw there were so many people, they had driven from miles and miles away. They were sleeping in their cars to wait for care multiple days. They waited in animal stalls to receive care. And that's when he said, look, what I'm doing in the health insurance industry, it's not good for people. He saw it with his own eyes, and he saw that it wasn't good for people. Now, he then gave Senate testimony in 2009 that was very famous as well. This is during the time of Michael Moore's Sicko movie coming out, where he talked about patient dumping by the insurance industry. Again, this is pre-Obamacare ACA, when insurance companies would be like, oh, you're getting sick, we're just gonna dump you. Okay, so obviously as an insurance company, that's a great way to make money if you collect premium, and then the entire reason that you have insurance is then dumped so that you don't have to make the payout, right? I mean, that's a pretty good deal for the insurance company, right? So he alluded to this, and that was part of the reason why those types of practices were then included in Obamacare, so that they couldn't do it anymore, right? So, now, most recently, he has started a website called tarbell.org, which is a nonprofit organization that does investigative journalism. And interestingly, it's named after Ida Tarbell, who was a journalist who did a lot of the reporting over 100 years ago about Standard Oil, and what she brought to light ended up contributing to the breakup of Standard Oil. Now, why am I bringing this up today? Well, one, you need to know who Wendell Potter is. And then two is, I would say on almost a weekly basis, I talk with doctors, hospital executives, and managed care executives and middle managers in these places as well, who essentially tell me things that are very similar to Wendell Potter. The only difference is they have not come forth and done what Wendell Potter did. So listen, I am not judging them at all. Listen, they're making their own choices. I'm very thankful for what they tell me. However, Wendell Potter is not an exception. That's my point. Based upon my conversations with these other people, there are a lot more Wendell Potters out there. So that's point number one. Point number two is that there are a lot of people in the physician world, the hospital world, the health insurance world, who want to make positive change. And I think one of the things that caused Wendell Potter to sort of see the light, if you will, is that he saw in person the effects. And once you see the effects in person, I think for most people, you can't deny it. So I would say to the AHealthcareZ community that one of the things that we need to do is we need to help our colleagues see in person what's going on, to see the faces of the people that are being impacted. Because once you do, you can't deny it. And that's my point for today. Thank you for watching AHealthcareZ.